Are you interested in learning about algorithms? This video focuses on 10 terms that are helpful to know when thinking about algorithms and their real-world implications. You don't need to have all of these terms memorized word for word, but having a general idea of each one will make sure you have a good basis of knowledge about algorithms. Let's begin with artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, commonly referred to as AI, describes the theory and development of computer systems equipped to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence, such as visual perception, speech recognition, and decision-making. You probably have AI in your home. Siri is an example of AI, and so are the smart home devices such as Alexa or Google Home. Second is machine learning. Machine learning is a type of AI that focuses on interpreting large amounts of data to create insights by running the data through an algorithm. There are two types of machine learning: supervised and unsupervised. In supervised machine learning, the program relies on human intervention. A person provides the base knowledge for the program to understand what to do and how to improve. In unsupervised machine learning, the program doesn't require the human validation component, performing research, identifying new knowledge, and memorizing data all on its own. Let's think back to Siri for a moment. How did Siri learn to recognize voices? The AI was given a massive dataset of different voices and trained to understand speech and respond appropriately. Third, big data, a term that describes extremely large datasets, both structured and unstructured, that may be analyzed computationally to reveal patterns, trends, and associations. Big data is important because companies use this massive data to generate insights and business strategies based on human behavior and interactions. Fourth, binary variables. Binary variables are variables that only have two unique values. For example, a tree with the variable life status can contain only dead or alive. Fifth, classification. Classification is a type of supervised machine learning where the output is a category. For example, in this set of pictures, each is labeled as either a cat or dog, depending on the image content. Sixth, we have clustering, an unsupervised machine learning method used to discover groupings that exist in the data. Let's say an ice cream shop is looking to analyze customer behavior by clustering their customers into groupings of people who buy sweets and who don't buy sweets. Using clustering, the ice cream shop can recommend new flavors based on new customer preferences. Seventh is computer vision. Computer vision is a computer science field that works to allow computers to visualize and identify images and videos just like human vision does. With computer vision, self-driving cars can detect obstacles and perform proper response, for example, stopping for pedestrians. Next, we're going to combine accuracy, precision, and recall. Accuracy is a metric used to determine how good a machine learning model is, and is represented by comparing the number of correctly predicted cases to the total predicted cases. Precision and recall are both used to measure the correctness of a model. Precision is measured as the total actual positive cases. Recall is measured as the number of correct, relevant positive predictions. We'll use cups and balls to understand how accuracy, precision, and recall are calculated. We have 2 balls and 4 cups. Mixing up the order, we now predict which cups will have a ball underneath. Let's use the initial position of the balls as a prediction. We first get a true positive, meaning we correctly predicted the location of the ball. Then, a false positive where we incorrectly predicted the location of the ball, also known as a type 1 error, followed by a true negative, meaning we correctly predicted that there was no ball under the cup, and a false negative where we incorrectly predicted that there was no ball under the cup, also known as a type 2 error. To the left, we can see the equations solved, which show that our predictions were 50% accurate, precise, and relevant. Lastly, bias, which is prejudice in favor or against one thing, person, or group compared with another, usually in a way that's considered to be unfair. There are 2 types of bias, explicit and implicit. Explicit bias means that the person is very clear about his or her feelings and attitudes, and their relevant behaviors are intentional. Implicit bias means that the bias exists outside of this person's awareness and can be in direct contradiction to the person's expressed beliefs and values. This can be dangerous because the bias exists outside the person's awareness and can still affect their behavior. There are 2 applicants to a job who have identical credentials, and the only difference is that one's a male and one's a female. Let's say that the employer is a male, and he decides to hire the male candidate. Even though both candidates are equally qualified, gender bias may have indirectly influenced the employer's decision. In this scenario, if the employer decided to hire the male because he believes a male would be a better fit for the position, the employer is explicitly biased towards men. However, if the decision was made based on shared interests discussed in the interview, the employer is unaware of his implicit bias towards males. However, this bias still affected the employer's decision. We just covered a lot of information. Perhaps writing down the definitions and keeping them handy will help you spot some of these in your daily life. If not, you can always visit our website, where we have links to all of our videos and resources. As always, this is Algorithms in Society.